Hello everyone, this is Chen Kong, a news brief, news review on January 17, 2023. In China, as you know, a new wave of COVID-19 is going on, and a large number of people have been died, especially the elderly people have been died, a large number. However, at this time, Chinese military, the PLA, People's Liberation Army, how about them? What happened to them? Maybe for CCP, it's a military secret. We do not know too much information. However, there are still some clues leaked their secret. One clue is many PLA generals died in this COVID-19 pandemic. However, their deaths has been published very late. The resource is delayed, even delayed 20 days or 1 month. Some of the generals are even in high ranks, such as lieutenant general. For example, one person called Mi Zhenyu, once before he was deputy commander of a so-called CCP's Military Science Academy. He died in December, around mid of December. However, his death was released until 1 month later, the mid of January. Another lieutenant general called Liu Heqiao. He was before the chief commander of PLA Guangzhou military region, or the director of political department, Guangzhou military chief. He was also a lieutenant general. He died in December, but his death was released in January. Many other cases, such as Kunming military region, there was a director of political department. His name is Xiao Jie, had the same situation, died in maybe last month, but published this month. These people are only retired generals, but the active duty generals, die or not die, what's their situation? The authorities has no release, no information about them. This is one clue showed many generals or soldiers died, but it's a military secret. Another clue is every year after New Year, usually January 2 to 4, Xi Jinping, the chairman of PLA Military Central Committee, he always make announcement of an order called mobilization order, or number 1 mobilization order, to start the military PLA's drill and training for the whole year. Every year he did so, but this year he didn't. There's no such announcement. There's no such number 1 order, number 1 mobilization order for the military, for PLA. That's unusual. How to explain this? You can say Xi Jinping already in power after CCP 20th Congress, so it's no more necessary for him to have this order. But the military, PLA, still need training or drills. So the only explanation is the pandemic, COVID-19, spread in the military. So many generals and soldiers are infected, either hospitalized or died. So at this time, to gather them together for drills or for training, it's not appropriate time. So this year, Xi Jinping didn't make this announcement. So for these two cases, for these two clues, we can see how serious the pandemic affected the army, the CCP army, PLA. I think at this time, they lost the so-called power or energy to fight or to do the confrontation with Taiwan or Japan or America or India. So this year, from Xi Jinping to other generals, their voice get lower. their voice getting softer, more softer than last year. They said they have 100 years military army purpose or target, but they didn't say prepare any time for a war. These words have been repeated, were repeated last year or before last year very often, but this year they didn't mention this. I think one of the main reasons is the pandemic affected the military. For them, this is a secret. For common Chinese people, the dates people can find out published by internet or news. But for army, it's a top secret. Just as North Korea, as Kim Jong-un, they have a policy, army is first, or army priority. So Xi Jinping and CCP use the same policy. So they will provide the best service hospitalization, relatively better hospitalization, or any kind of medical treatment. But how many soldiers, how many generals died, they will keep secret. Even they finally delayed and had to report some generals' deaths, but they only report retired generals' deaths. They do not report the active duty generals' deaths. So this told us all. Okay, thank you very much for today. I hope to see you next time. Thank you. Bye.